Santa Claus is in a terrible mood, and only you can help bring back the Christmas spirit. It all started with a disaster at his workshop when a $10 million Rolex mysteriously vanished. 3 of Santa's elves are the main suspects: Sabe, the little guy who's crying, Frowny, the one who's frowning, and Glary, the one who looks pretty angry. The theft happened recently during a snowy, rainy spell, and each elf swears they were holed up at home. Plus, the roads were way too dangerous to walk on, so they'd have needed a sleigh to get around. But something doesn't add up, and it's time to investigate. Which elf stole the watch? Let's see. First up, Glary. His sleigh is over there, totally covered in snow. This thing looks like it hasn't been touched in weeks, so yeah, he probably stayed home. Next, Sabe's sleigh. This one's a bit damaged, with some worn-out parts, but the real clue is the ground underneath. It's covered in a fluffy layer of snow without a single sleigh mark. That means the sleigh hasn't moved in a while, so Sabe probably stayed at home too. Finally, we get to Frowny's sleigh. The ground beneath his sleigh isn't just snowy, there's a layer of ice. You see, the snow melted into water during the rain and then froze again, leaving this icy patch. That could only have happened if Frowny had recently taken his sleigh out, and when he got back, the rain turned to ice. Aha! Frowny, it looks like you've got some explaining to do. Phew! Now Santa's workshop can get back to full speed with the elves busy packing up the gifts. But suddenly, one of the most experienced elves hits the emergency button and stops the whole production line. Wait, what? Why did he do that? Take a closer look. One of the gift boxes is a slightly different color than the rest. And there's no way that would pass the quality control of this picky elf. All this mess in the factory has left Santa absolutely starving, and all he wants is some of his favorite homemade walnut cookies. He goes outside to eat them since Mrs. Claus is super allergic to all kinds of nuts. But there's a problem. When he reaches into his bag to grab one, he finds out all the cookies are gone. Santa turns around and eyes his reindeer suspiciously. He knows one of them must be the cookie thief, but who could it be? 3 of his reindeer quickly deny it, claiming they were busy in the kitchen helping Mrs. Claus prepare some holiday treats. Dancer said he was sprinkling marshmallows into hot chocolate. Cupid claims he was keeping an eye on apple pie baking in the oven. Prancer said he was making peanut butter. Santa knew right then who had snatched his cookies. Can you figure it out? Time's up. Prancer said he was making peanut butter with Mrs. Claus, but wait a second, we already know Mrs. Claus is allergic to all kinds of nuts. There's no way she would be making peanut butter in her kitchen. Prancer, you're caught. Santa quickly forgave Prancer because they were already running late to deliver the Christmas gifts. He jumps in the sleigh and off they go. But halfway through, Santa realizes something's off. They're not going as fast as they should be. But why? Well, if you're a fan of Christmas legends, you know Santa has 9 reindeer. But here, he only sees 8. Oops. Looks like one reindeer got left behind, so they will need to turn back. When they get back, Santa spots a lineup of reindeer and needs to pick up his missing one. But wait! Only one of them can actually fly and the others are imposters. So which one is a real Christmas reindeer? Even though one of them has wings, it's just a crazy accessory. The real reindeer is the one at the end of the line. Look closely, its nose is red. That's right, we're talking about the one and only Rudolph, Santa's 9th reindeer. Santa is up on the roof of the first house, ready to go. He slides down the chimney and boom, lands right in the living room. It's all decked out with Christmas decorations looking gorgeous. He starts putting presents under the tree, but suddenly, he goes totally still. What happened? Well, if you take a close look at that shiny Christmas ornament, you'll notice something crazy. It's reflecting a kid's face, and that can only mean one thing. There's a kid right behind Santa.
Yes, please don't tell your parents,
begged Santa. The kid made a smart face and said he wouldn't say anything, but only if Santa got a riddle right. He asked, "What is white, red, and blue at Christmas time?" Do you know the answer? After thinking for a bit, Santa answered,
"Oh, it's a sad candy cane."
And yep, the kid was totally happy with the answer. So Santa's disguise was safe. Santa's sleigh is flying again, but it's running low on magic and it's starting to go down. Oh no, Santa needs to quickly sing the right Christmas carol to get it back up. He pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket with the lyrics to Jingle Bell Rock. But something's off. Can you help him fix it before a disaster strikes? The word sing shouldn't be there. The correct line is Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Nice job! After a long night, they finally get to the last gift list. But they're very tired and can no longer remember which present is supposed to go to which house. Can you help them out? Looks like the shape of each gift matches the shape of the windows on the houses. Once you spot that, everything falls into place. The first gift goes to house number 3. The second one goes to the last house on the street. Number 3 matches house number 2. And finally, the last gift on Santa's list should go to the first house. Amazing! After spending the night delivering presents, Santa can finally head back home. But his job's not over yet. The reindeer are so hungry. Rudolph's starving, but he's got some very specific tastes. Now, Santa needs your help to pick the best food for his beloved red-nosed reindeer. What would you choose? Option A, a piece of moss from outside. Option B, a Christmas Yule log. Option C, a piece of carrot. Got your answer? Reindeer shouldn't eat chocolate since it contains a compound called theobromine, which usually makes animals feel sick. So, option B, the Christmas Yule log is completely out. And even though a lot of people might think carrots are fine, they actually aren't. Reindeer's lack of top teeth makes it hard for them to chew carrots into small digestible pieces. So, option C isn't great either. That leaves us with option A. Yep, even though we don't think of moss as a special Christmas treat, what can you do? Reindeer absolutely love it. Even though Christmas night was over, that didn't mean the party was done at Santa's house. While the world was asleep, it was time for their secret Santa. Mrs. Claus and the elves all gathered in the living room, and the rule was simple. They had to describe their secret Santa, and the others had to guess who it was. Mrs. Claus picked up her gift and started,
"My secret Santa is the #1 enemy of Christmas."
Oh. Everyone was shocked. Who could possibly dislike Christmas? It didn't make sense, but Mrs. Claus was sure this was the best way to describe him. Can you guess who it was? Well, look at that suspicious character over there. Turns out it's someone wearing an elf mask, not a real elf. When the mask comes off, everyone sees the truth. It's the Grinch! And then he grabs Mrs. Claus's present and runs straight out the door. Looks like Christmas isn't really Christmas without a little mischief from him.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.